Time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is how we Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open. So why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best. Like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out on the trail, but stay together for the journey. Polaris, think outside.
Stop into Slayton Polaris, located 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Gotta go all the way.
At least that's what the scoreboard says, that I can see off in the distance. And the Tigers softball team takes the field for game 2. Right-handed junior Haley Etzel, who played an outstanding center field in game 1, is their game 2 pitcher.
Taken by the Tigers, 7-5. Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader will start in just a few minutes.
Ashton Brown will be in the circle for OHS. And I think one thing that gives Ottumwa a great chance to be as good or better than they were last year is that the Bulldogs for 3 straight years have had 2 very good pitchers. Obviously, Casey Nickerson, a 5-year starter, and tonight's result notwithstanding, she should have a great senior year. Ashton Brown, very quietly, has been one of the best number 2 pitchers in the state. This is still a good Valley lineup. It's not as good as it was a year ago. Hopefully Ashton can keep them in check, and hopefully Ottumwa can convert some opportunities. The Bulldogs had 5 runs on 11 hits in game one, and they left 10 on base, including leaving the bases loaded in the 6th inning without scoring.
Stepping to the plate to start off, game 2 for the Bulldogs, number 4.
Casey Nickerson at the plate in game 1 was 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Also hit a sharp grounder to short that was booted for an error and a run scored. Did not get an RBI for that play. Leading off game 2, and here we go. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Don't have much to go on with Etzel again. She only had 5 innings pitched at the varsity level last year. Now the 1-0 pitch. Chopper right back to Etzel in the circle, hit hard, but right at her. Throw to first, 1 down. Here's Kaylee Bix, who had a frustrating game 1, 0 for 3 with a walk.
Number 11, Kaylee Bix.
Bix confers with Nickerson a bit on what Casey saw out of the hand of Etzel. And now Kaylee stands in. First pitch on the way. Low, ball 1. Bix looking for another All-State campaign in what will be a shortened 2020. Sharp grounder left side through the hole, base hit. So Bix has her first hit of the season, 1 on, 1 out for Hannah Hazinga. Hannah had a tough 0 for 4 in game 1, including a sharp line out, a ground out, and a couple of pop-ups. Bulldogs struck first in game 1, but Valley kept battling back. Ottumwa battled back to tie it in the top of the 7th, but then Valley won it on a home run. See if Ottumwa can get something going early here. That pitch came in a little bit high, ball 1. No, 1 ball, no strikes to the Bulldogs center fielder, 3-year starter. The next offering, downstairs, 2-0. Hannah steps out of the box, takes a practice swing or 2. And now time called by the pitcher Etzel. She wants a different softball. Those softballs get sent back into the dugout. I believe every softball in there, both dugouts, is getting sanitized. 2-0 to Hannah Hazinga. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the first in the pitch. Inside, 3-0. Jillian Heaton on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. Will Hannah be taking all the way here? It's possible. Etzel winds and delivers. Hannah was taking all the way. That's right down Broadway, 3-1. Valley won the state title last year. I think it was Waukee they beat in the state championship game in Fort Dodge. Ottumwa made it to state. The 3-1. Lined into left field and over the head of the left fielder all the way to the fence. Around second on her way to third is Bix, and she slides in as Hazinga is into second with a double. Drove it right over Walke's head. And Ottumwa in business, second and third with only 1 out, and here is Jillian Heaton. It wouldn't completely surprise me if they walked her here. Heaton in game 1, 2 for 4, couple of singles, robbed of an extra base hit, and also struck out in game 1. First pitch, downstairs, ball 1. 1-0 to the dangerous Jillian Heaton. 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out here in the top of the first. The pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Jillian. Will Valley give in or keep pitching out away? Chopper foul, third base side, 2-1. Tied her up inside. Count still in Jillian's favor. Bix the runner at third, Huizenga the runner at second. The 2-1. Down and in all the way to the backstop, but Ottumwa didn't see a getaway immediately, and Bix held at third. Sluggers count for Heaton, though, 3-1. Let's see if they give Jillian anything to hit here with first base open. A long pause by Etzel and the 3-1. Off speed, caught the outside corner, 3-2. Well, they threw a strike, but threw a changeup. 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch misses, ball 4. So they're loaded with one out for Josie Lemons. Lemons was 1 for 3 with a single and a sacrifice. Her single started the 7th inning rally that tied the game before Valley won it in the bottom of the 7th. Ottumwa will not pinch run for Heaton here. First pitch. Chop foul in the dirt off to the right, 0-1. No balls and a strike to Josie Lemons. And they get a new softball after that foul ball. Etzel is changing softballs again. Apparently she's picky with the softball she wants to throw. 0-1 to Lemons. Bases full of dogs and one out, top of the first. Etzel's pitch. Fouled off to the right, out of play, 0-2. Boy, Ottumwa left 10 on base in game 1, lost by 2 on a home run in the 7th. Got the bases loaded, one out here. You'd hate to keep leaving runners on. Josie got to protect the plate. The 0-2. Ground ball to short, bobbled by Honnold. Throw to third. Not in time. Everybody's safe. A run scores. Ottumwa leads 1-0. All right, we'll give Lemons an RBI anyway. That run would have scored even if they'd gotten the out at third. Bix scores. Huizenga will be called safe on an error because Honnold bobbled that ball, dropped it before the throw. So bases loaded, one out. Here's Zoe Jones catching in game 2. Jones was 1 for 3 and was hit by a pitch in game 1. That pitch outside, ball 1. All right, well, you've gotten a run out of this, Ottumwa. You still have them loaded with one out. Want to put a crooked number on the board now. Here's the 1-0. Down and in, 2-0. No place to put her. A dog at every base. Huizenga at third, Heaton at second. Lemons at first. You got very good speed at third. Below average speed at second and first. Going station to station probably on a base hit. Here's the 2-0. Hit high in the air to left field. That's pretty deep, and it is caught by the center fielder, but tagging and scoring is Huizenga. After the catch by Lauren Graff in left center field, it's a sac fly for Zoe Jones, and it's 2-0 Bulldogs. And instead of high fives, the Bulldogs exchange elbow taps. Well, that's a concession to 2020. So Ottumwa's got the early 2-0 lead. They still have Heaton at second and Lemons at first with 2 down for Ann Guest. Ann had a big game 1. 2 for 4, a single, a double, 2 RBI, including driving in one of the 2 tying runs in that 7th inning in game 1. First pitch. Up and away, ball 1. You know, if the runner's on base, Ann would have to hit a gapper here to drive in a run or hit it over the fence, which she's not yet done in her career. I don't believe. 1-0 the count. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. Not her pitch. The Bulldog left fielder digs back in. 2-0 Ottumwa, 2 on, 2 out. Checked her swing, took a strike, 1-2. Amber shots on deck if and Guest can keep the inning alive. One and two. Heaton at second, Lemons at first. And the pitch. Low and away, good eye by and a lay off. 2 and 2. Looking over at the baseball scoreboard real quick, Ottumwa's got a 2-0 lead on Valley in baseball, and they have a 2-0 lead here in softball. It's a good start to game two both ways. The pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3, and the inning is over. But Ottumwa gets 2 runs on 2 hits, and they leave 2. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Bulldogs 2, the Tigers coming to bat. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You be scared of John, watch me leap though.
Bottom of the first inning, Ashton Brown will toe the rubber for the first time this season, and she's been handed a 2-0 lead. Brown hoping to build on a strong junior campaign when she went 14-4 with a 2.30 ERA. The defense behind her, Ann Guest in left, Hannah Hazinga in center, Casey Nickerson in right, Josie Lemons at third, Kaylee Bix at short, Delaney Stevens at second, Jillian Heaton at first, and Zoe Jones behind the plate. For Valley, it'll be Alex Honnold, Bailey Walkie, and Haley Etzel. Honnold was 2 for 4, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored in game 1.
Leading things off for the Tigers in the bottom of the first, the shortstop number 20.
And Honnold last year as a junior hit .504 for the state champs. Very tough left-handed hitter. Nickerson pitched her pretty well, all things considered. Didn't give up anything all that hard hit. And you would imagine Ashton Brown will follow a similar scouting report, try to keep it away. But we'll see. First pitch on the way from Brown this season. On the outside corner for a called strike. The wind picks up a little bit here at Valley. We had 83 degrees at the start of game 1, a little bit cooler here for game 2, but turning into a beautiful summer evening. The 0-1 low and away in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Honnold digs in. Righty to lefty. The 1-1. Hit in the air to left center, kind of shallow, coming on Hazinga, long run, gets there, makes the catch out number 1. That wind still blowing pretty briskly left to right, and it was knocking that ball down, but Hannah had a bead and made the play. That'll bring up Bailey Walkie, the left fielder. Was 0 for 2, had a walk and a sacrifice bunt in game 1. Yet if you missed it, Ottumwa dropped game 1 7-5 on a 2-run walk-off homer in the bottom of the 7th, after having tied the game at 5 in the top of the 7th. Pitch up and away, misses to Walkie, 1-0. Right-hander to right-hander now. Brown's 1-0 pitch. Liner on a hop to Bix, gathers it in, throw to first. Got her, 2 down. Nice play by Kaylee Bix to stay with that. Sinking line drive, short hopped it, didn't drop it, and made a strong throw.
Nice play by Bix at shortstop for the second out.
That'll go down in the scorebook as a 6-3, but it was anything but simple. Here's Haley Etzel, the pitcher here in game 2, and game 1 at the plate. 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run. First pitch. Popped it up right side. Going back is Stevens, and it'll fall between Stevens and Nickerson for a bloop 2-out single.
Etzel singles into right field.
So now Ashton Brown will have to deal with Gianna Lara. Lara 0 for 4 in game 1. Runner at first, 2 down. Ottumwa leading 2-0. Bottom of the first. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Had Lara double clutching at that one. 0-1 to the Tigers' second baseman. Pitch on the way from Brown is hit hard, deep to left, but it's foul. And out of play for strike 2. Boy, Lara was looking for something inside, but again, Brown took something off that pitch and had her out in front. 0-2. Ashton toes the rubber again in the 0-2. Upstairs, couldn't get her to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 to Gianna Lara. Runner at first, 2 down. Brown's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning's over. Tied her up inside. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on base. After an inning, the Bulldogs 2, the Tigers nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate.
Top of the second inning, Bulldogs softball this season, brought to you in part by these community leaders, Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home. Dr. Dwayne Petrito at Petrito Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa, where they want to give you a smile that lasts a lifetime. Call today for an appointment. And by Mark and the team at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, opening again soon with new upgrades to make your bowling experience even better. Champion Bowl, where bowling is fun. 8-9-1 for the Dogs. Due up here in the second inning. Amber Schatz, Delaney Stevens, and Casey Nickerson. Schatz in game 1 was 2 for 3. 2 singles. An RBI, the tying RBI in the 7th inning. She also drew a walk and was robbed of an extra base hit on a deep fly to left center in game 1. A swing and a miss here at the pitch from Haley Etzel, and it's 0-1. The next offering, upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Delaney Stevens on deck. One and 1 to Schatz. Way high and outside, 2-1. Looking over at the baseball scoreboard, looks like Ottumwa's still leading Valley, but it says 2-1. Not sure if they're still in the first or if they moved to the second. Ottumwa softball leading here 2-0 in the top of the second. Big swing and a miss, and the count evens at 2-2 to Schatz. Amber out of the box for a moment. Now we'll dig back in, kind of crowd the plate a little bit. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 1. Second strikeout for Haley Etzel. And there's 1 down for Delaney Stevens. 2 years ago, Delaney, just out of 8th grade, was one of Ottumwa's primary catchers. Last year, she was trying to battle back from a serious injury. Only played in 15 games, only had 4 at-bats last year. Starting at second base here in game 2 and takes a strike 0-1. Right-handed batters digs in the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on for Ottumwa here in the top of the second inning. That's where they were in the top of the first and ended up scoring 2 runs. Let's see if Delaney Stevens can get a rally going here. The 1-1. Down and in, 2-1. Haley Etzel has been falling behind hitters here quite a bit through the first time through the order, I should say. 2-1 to Stevens. The next offering. Outside corner, strike 2-2. Most of fair territory, the infield fair territory is still in the sunshine. You got some shadows creeping over the back part of left and center field as that pitch is grounded to the right side slowly. Charging is Laura, throw to first. Dropped by the first baseman, and safe at first is Stevens. So that'll be E3. It was in her glove and came out. And there's a runner with one out for Casey Nickerson, who bounced sharply back to the circle her first time up.
Fielder number 4, Casey Nickerson.
One on, one out. Pitch to Casey, a strike at the knees, 0-1. By the way, a reminder, we're on the road today, but Bulldog baseball and softball's at home on Wednesday to face Ankeny. We'll be broadcasting baseball from Legion Memorial Field. Here's the 0-1. Down and in on an off-speed pitch, 1-1. A reminder for fans going out to home games this season in Ottumwa at either baseball or softball. In addition to the other restrictions, there are no concessions this year. You are allowed to bring your own food. Coolers are subject to search, but you're allowed to bring your own stuff in. As Casey swings and misses and wishes she had, and that pitch was up and away, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Stevens a runner at first. The pitch from Etzel. Little floater out towards the shortstop. Honnold makes the catch. 2 down. Throw back to first, not in time. And the inning is up to Kaylee Bix, who singled and scored in the first inning. Ottumwa leading 2-0 here in the second. Stevens, decent speed over at first. Don't know if Ottumwa would consider running here. Now time called is and the umpire said that Etzel went to her face. Not supposed to go to her face with her hands, and that means she's got to go to the dugout and wipe off with a sanitizing towel. Again, we will be dealing with, from time to time, COVID-19 precautions over the course of this season. We have to if we want to have this season. I don't have a problem with it. Everybody's trying to adapt. Doing their best to remove any chance of the virus being on any surfaces that somebody might touch. Now Bix digs in. First pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. That's been Etzel's bread and butter, painting that outside corner. If you go up there looking for it at some point, somebody could probably hit a line drive the other way. 1 on, 2 out, top of the second. Ottumwa leading 2-0. The pitch. Way high and outside, 1-1. Well, that first inning apparently still going on over at baseball, and Valley now leading Ottumwa 3-2. Back here at softball, the 1-1 to Bix. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Etzel wears one of the infielder face masks as she looks in and delivers, and it's popped up right side. Drifting back is Lahr, the second baseman, makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left after 1.5. Ottumwa leading 2-0. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Boy, they're just setting a record.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I ain't choose the gang, gang chose me.
Moving to the bottom of the second inning, your Ottumwa Bulldogs leading West Des Moines Valley 2-0 in Game 2 of our season-opening softball doubleheader on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at ottumwaradio.com or on our Facebook page. Ashton Brown pitched around a 2-out single, bloop single in the first inning, and now she will face Greta Dahlin, Olivia Roush, and Katie Newman. Dahlin, the right fielder for Valley. Ottumwa didn't get her out in Game 1. 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double. Scored 3 runs. Also drew a walk. Bulldogs got 2 runs in the first inning. Bases loaded, run scoring error on a fielder's choice. And then a sac fly by Zoe Jones. The fielder's choice RBI went to Josie Lemons. First pitch is high to Dahlin, 1-0. The next offering, popped up on the infield, should be playable. Who wants it? Bix, the shortstop, calling for it just to the third base side of the circle, makes the catch for out number 1. And that's the first time all night that Dahlin has been retired. Here's Olivia Roush. Roush in Game 1 was 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch and scored a run, and also had a sac bunt. First pitch here, up high, ball 1. Roush, the first baseman for the Tigers, as this pitch is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Be too much longer before I think some of those shadows creep over home plate here. Now the 1-1. Downstairs in the dirt, 2-1 to Roush. Ashton Brown rocks and fires, and it's popped up back out of play. 2-2. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that first inning in the baseball game is still going on, and Valley now leads Ottumwa 5-2.
Once again, folks, if you get a foul ball, please return it to the visitors or to the defensive.
I don't want to spend too much time on baseball when I'm calling a softball game, and I know head coach John Yeager over baseball was real excited during the offseason about the young pitching he had. That pitch popped up left side. It'll get out of play and rattle in the bleachers. Count stays 2-2. And that ball will be returned to the dugout. Don't see anybody in a hustle to go get that softball down. Somebody from the Ottumwa dugout goes and gets it. Had one fan in Game 1 throw a foul ball back on the field, but I think everybody's figured out the rule now, as that pitch is driven deep to left. Guess going back, looks like she has room, makes the catch for out number 2. Maybe not hit quite as hard as I thought it was. And the batter, Katie Newman. Newman ended Game 1 with a walk-off 2-run homer, giving Valley the 7-5 win. She went 2 for 3 in that game, also had an RBI single and a sac bunt. So she drove in 3 of the Tigers' 7 runs. Ashton wants to be careful here. That was an opposite field home run, too. Got her to pop up right in the circle, and Jillian Heaton calls off shots near the edge of the circle to make the catch, and the side is retired. Valley set down in order. We go to the third inning. Bulldogs leading 2-0, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the third inning, Bulldog softball brought to you in part by Community First Credit Union with 17 locations to serve you. by Slayton Polaris, your home for the best deals on Polaris Rangers and ATVs. Call or stop in and see them today, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. And by Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic on North 63 next to Walgreens for the ultimate Sonic experience. Annie, I don't know about you, but a drink from Sonic after the game might sound really good at this point. I get 2 thumbs up from Annie. She agrees. Hopefully we've got a Bulldog win in our pockets as we head to Sonic after this game. Ottumwa's got 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order due up. Hannah Hazinga, Jillian Heaton, and Josie Lemons. Haley Etzel, the Valley pitcher, gave up the 2 runs in the first, pitched around a 1-out error in the second. And here's Hazinga, who hit a double and scored in the first. Right-handed batting center fielder digs in for the Dogs. Hits out of a bit of a crouch. First pitch. Called a strike on that outside corner, 0-1. Boy, the catcher reaching outside a little bit for that, but that corner's been open for Etzel so far. Oh, 0-1 to Hazinga. Pitch on the way. Off speed in there for a strike, 0-2. And the Bulldogs with the red jerseys, white sleeves, white on the back shoulder panel as well. The lettering. Well, the numbers on the back are gray trimmed in white on that red background. You've got Ottumwa across the front in white, then gray pants and red socks. So that pitch well high to Hannah. And the count goes to 1-2. Tigers jersey's kind of a gradient from lighter gray to almost black by the bottom on the jersey. They got gray pants, orange lettering trimmed in black Tigers on the front. Black socks for Valley. That pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Numbers on the back for Valley are orange, trimmed in black. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hazinga adjusts those red and white batting gloves. Digs back in, trying to get something started here in the top of the third. The pitch. Line down the line, in right, and a running catch is made in fair territory by Greta Dahlin for out number 1. Boy. Ottumwa's had a few of those tonight where an extra, 6 inches away from the fielder, and you're looking at extra bases. Jillian Heaton walked her first time up. First pitch here, well inside, gets off the glove of the catcher all the way to the backstop, 1-0. Slugging first baseman digs back in for OHS. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. I'm just randomly thinking here. I hope that this doubleheader tonight for the Ottumwa kids, for the Valley kids, gives them a little bit of a sense of normalcy again. The 2-0. In there for a strike, 2-1. Pardon me there. You think about it, these kids have not been in school since the middle of March. As a 2-1 is popped up near the plate, playable, fair territory, right side. The first baseman, Roush, makes the catch, 2 down. That'll bring up Josie Lemons, who had a fielder's choice RBI her first time up. But to finish the thought, the kids that would compete in the spring sports, whether it's track, tennis, soccer, I'm probably missing one, or just going to school, they haven't done anything school-related since the middle of March. As Lemons hits a high fly to center, but it's playable. Underneath it is Graff. And makes the catch to retire the side. Ottumwa goes down in order. We'll finish that thought in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead 2-0. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning, Ottumwa leading Valley 2-0. Game 2 of our softball doubleheader here on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at ottumwaradio.com. To finish the thought I was getting at in the top of the third, and I always love to start my stories with 2 out for some reason, but you look at the Ottumwa kids, you look at the Valley kids too, you can look at any team that's playing. Those kids haven't been to school since mid-March. They had to complete their school years virtually at home with whatever method their school district came up with. Probably have had minimal to no face-to-face contact with any friends. Obviously, kids these days can communicate online, they can Skype, they can Zoom, Facebook Messenger, any number of ways, but that's not the same as, physically being with the people you know, people you care about. But I have to think that when these teams reconvened on June 1st for practice, it was a first normal feeling some of them had in a long time. Ashton Brown's first pitch to Jocelyn Tracy's in there for a strike, 0-1. Tracy, the designated player here in Game 2. In Game 1, she only appeared as a pinch runner. Here's the 0-1. A little looper to shallow left, and Guest will come in to make catch for out number 1. Good break on the ball by Ann Guest. One away for Madison Miller. The third baseman for Valley was 0 for 3 in Game 1, did reach on an error. Right-handed batter digs in against Ashton Brown. Bulldog right-handed senior pitcher brings it home, and a pop foul backing out of play, 0-1. Bulldogs got 2 in the top of the first here in Game 2, and that's where we sit here in the bottom of the third. Baseball update, they've finally gone to the second inning at the baseball diamond beyond the left field fence of the softball diamond. And Ottumwa's got a lot of work to do in baseball. They're down to Valley 8-2 after dropping Game 1 12-2. Here at softball, Brown with a perfect changeup in there for strike 2 to Miller. Now the 0-2. Line but foul down the left field line. We'll do it again. Again, a reminder that on Wednesday, baseball and softball are at home to face Ankeny. We'll be at the baseball diamond for that doubleheader. I think Ottumwa's facing the number 2 team in the state in baseball on Wednesday. And if you're headed out to baseball or softball, bring your own drinks. No concession stands open this season. Pitch in the dirt. Pardon me, the count goes to 1-2. I will be remembering to bring more water than I did here tonight because you can tell my voice getting a little dry and I'm running low on the clear liquid here. 1-2, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And out number 2 in the third inning for Brown as Miller goes down. Second strikeout for Madison Miller. And here's how you like to face the dangerous Alex Honnold. 2 out, no one on base. Honnold flew out to center her first time up. Brown's first pitch, off speed on the outside corner, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The next offering, just off the plate, maybe a little low. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Brown cradles that ball on the right side, puts it in the glove, winds and delivers. Low, 2-1. Some would feel pretty good about getting out of here with a split, although you know after leaving 10 on base in Game 1, they feel like they let that one get away. The 2-1 offering, high, 3-1. Ashton Brown set Valley down in order in the second inning, and that was the first time all night that Valley had gone in order. If Brown could get Honnold here, she'd set him down in order twice in a row, but Honnold has a 3-1 count. The pitch. Popped it up left side near the fence. Will it be playable? It is caught by the catcher Jones, and that'll retire the side. Nice play up near the fence by Zoe Jones. The inning is over, and Valley goes 1-2-3. We head to the fourth inning. Ottumwa 2, Valley nothing. Back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Old Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Cole Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Cole Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I do it for the love.
Top of the fourth inning, Bulldogs softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Brought to you by Shannon and the team at Dixon's Floors and More. Stop in today and check out the awesome showroom. And let Shannon give you a free estimate for flooring, cabinets, and fireplaces. Dixon's Floors and More, just past Walmart in Ottumwa. By Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse in Ottumwa. Thanks Southern Iowa for voting them as your favorite restaurant and pizza place. Proud to support the Bulldogs. I love Mike's. And by the Ottumwa Community School District, where they are proud to engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Go Bulldogs. Zoe Jones and guest Amber Schatz, 6, 7, and 8 in the Bulldog order here to face Haley Etzel, who gave up 2 runs in the first and nothing since. Jones had a sac fly and an RBI her first time up. First pitch is chopped foul at the plate. Throw down to first, but a foul ball, 0-1. Ball was spinning in the left-handed batter's box. Etzel throws the ball into the plate to be inspected by the umpire. Umpire says it's fine, and Newman, the catcher, throws it back to Etzel. Well, I don't recall ever seeing a pitcher so worried about the condition of the softball she's pitching. 0-1 to Zoe Jones. The pitch. Inside. 1-1. Jones won't flinch. Her hit by pitch had hit her knee in game 1 in the 7th inning. Helped continue the rally that eventually tied the game. 1-1, chopper to short, low hop to Honnold, fielded clean, throw to first in time, 1 down. And Guess, the batter, called out on strikes her first time up.
Brings to the plate the left fielder number 8, and Guess.
And gets a little bit of scouting report from Jones before standing in for her second at bat of game 2. Right-hander to right-hander the pitch. Chopper back to the circle, backhanded catch by Etzel on the hop, throws to first, 2 down. That'll bring up Amber Schatz, struck out swinging her first time up.
Player number 29, Amber Schatz.
Boy, since the sac fly by Zoe Jones, the only base runner Ottumwa's had is Stevens reaching on an error in the second inning. That pitch downstairs to Schatz, 1-0. Stevens on deck if Amber can keep this inning going. One and 0 to the Bulldog designated player. And a liner, leaping catch though by Honnold at short to retire the side. Not much you can do there. So Ottumwa goes down in order, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Ottumwa 2 and Valley nothing. We are back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa School. Building relationships, foundations for success. Helping every student to achieve their best. Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa Schools.
It's time.
Engage, educate. educate and empower every student every day.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
To lead Valley in Game 2 of our softball doubleheader, it is 2-0. Looking over to baseball, it hasn't gotten any better yet. They're in the bottom of the second. Ottumwa trailing Valley in baseball 8-2. Bulldogs will need to rally if they want to avoid a doubleheader sweep. Here, Ottumwa with the 2-0 lead. If they hang on to that lead tonight, they'll earn a split after dropping Game 1 7-5.
Left fielder number 1, Bailey Walkie.
2, 3, and 4 for Valley here. Bailey Walkie, Haley Etzel, Gianna Lara. Brown has set down the last 7 batters she's faced. Walkie grounded out to short her first time up. First pitch on the way. Down and in, ball 1. Some with 2 runs on 2 hits. Valley no runs on 1 hit. Little different from Game 1 to this point. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss. That ball dove out of sight. 1-1. Walkie digs back in. Brown into the wind and the 1-1. Liner into left center, softly to land for a hit. Azinga picks it up barehanded, gets it back in quickly, and holds Walkie to a leadoff single. That'll bring up the pitcher Haley Etzel, who has the only other Valley hit, a bloop single in the first inning. Never should have mentioned that Brown had set down 7 in a row. There's the announcer's jinx. Andy, we haven't been on the air since February, but I'm already jinxing in the first day back. Runner at first and nobody out. Would Valley be bunting here? Doesn't show it. Pitch is high, ball 1. One and 0 to Etzel as Valley has a leadoff hitter on for the first time in Game 2. That pitch popped foul to the right out of play, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. One and 1. As we wait for the foul ball to be returned to the dugout so they can sanitize it. The wind by Brown on the pitch. Bunt shown, bunted in front of the plate, picked up by Jones, throw to first down the line. Runner headed to third. Staying at first is Etzel. That'll be a sacrifice and an error on Zoe Jones. Boy, it's been a tough day defensively for Zoe. She had 2 in right field in Game 1.
Cleanup hitter, number 32, Gianna Lara.
So first and third and nobody out for Gianna Lara, who struck out her first time up. And Valley with its first real threat of Game 2. First pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Boy, Lara was trying to give Valley the lead with 1 swing there. Time called and Mandy Moore wants to talk to Ashton Brown. Well, I suppose there's few better people that could be talking to a pitcher who needs some advice for Ottumwa than Mandy Moore. All-state pitcher for Ottumwa, pitched him to multiple state tournaments, won a quarterfinal state tournament game her senior year, and then went on to pitch 2 years for Indian Hills and 2 years for Iowa State. Conversation was brief. Mandy's back in the dugout. And I meant to check this before, and I can't quite see now. My view is a little obstructed, but Mandy's sitting right at the opening to the dugout, and I'm wondering if she's sitting on a bucket just like Frank Houston always did. Runners on the corners, the 0-1 pitch to Lara. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Boy, strikeout would be a big out right now if Brown could get it. Here's the 0-2. Pop foul back to the right out of play. And the fan in the stands unable to make the catch. Still 0-2. Still 0-2 to the second baseman, Gianna Lara, for Valley. Runners at first and third and nobody out. Ottumwa hanging on to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch. Driven deep but foul off to the left out of play. Look out down by where they were taking tickets. Still 0-2. Wind picks up a little bit. All the infield now in the shade. In fact, left field about the only place that doesn't there that still has some sun, I should say. Another 0-2 pitch. Popped it up right side, foul. Could be playable for Heaton near the dugout. Makes the catch, runner tagging, throw home, then off the glove of Jones. Safe, but down hurt. Now throw to third. Tag at third, safe. Boy, what a crazy play. And still down at home is Bailey Walkie and in some pain. Head coach Tom Bakey helps her sit up. Heaton made that catch right up against the fence of the Valley dugout. Walkie tagged and ran home because Jones, the catcher, had started to run towards that pop-up. And now Walkie gets up and runs off the field under her own power.
One was safe at home, one away.
So that is actually a sacrifice and an RBI for Lara to make it 2-1, and then Etzel tagged and went to second.
She's already here, Coach.
And meanwhile, Zoe Jones is getting looked at first by Ottumwa's coaches, and now the Valley trainer has come over. It was a collision at the plate as Jones was trying to get back to the plate, and the throw was a little wide. Walkie sliding in, and they had a collision, and Jones kind of flipped over Walkie. Jones got up, went and got the ball, but now they're looking at maybe her hand. I can't quite tell. Meanwhile, Etzel rounded second after the throwing error and went to third. And the throw there, Bix was racing to cover third. The throw, the runner and Kaylee Bix all arrived at the same time, and she was safe at third. I think everybody was okay out of that one. And it looks like, I think Zoe will stay in the game. She'll test her hand out by trying to play a little catch with Ashton Brown. Boy, what a weird play. And at the end of it, Valley has a runner at third, only one out. And Ottumwa's lead down to 2-1, and Valley's got the tying run at third. You can't blame Zoe Jones for running after that pop-up. Not sure where it was going to come down. And then couldn't get back to the plate in time. You wish she hadn't, because if she'd just been standing at the plate, I'm not sure Walkie goes, or if Walkie does go, she's out by 10 feet. But Heaton had to wait for Jones to get close enough to the plate to try the throw, and then the throw was offline. So that's a throwing error on Heaton. Second error of the inning. And now here's Greta Dahlin, who popped out her first time up. Runner at third, one out. Pitch off the plate outside, 1-0. And again, the breaks have not gone Ottumwa's way in this game. Valley took at least some advantage of the 4 errors Ottumwa committed in game one, and now 2 errors here in the third inning of game 2, and Valley's about to tie the game, maybe. It's a fly ball to center. Hannah's under and makes a catch. Runner tags. Here's a throw to the plate. It is not in time. And we're tied at 2. And the sac fly by Greta Dolan.
The RBI on the sacrifice to center field. 2 away.
We've had 3 sacrifices in a row. The sac bunt where the runner reached on the air. The sacrifice would turn into a sac fly on a foul pop-up, and now a straightaway sac fly to center. 2 out, nobody on. Game tied at 2. The batter, Olivia Roush, who flew out to left her first time up. The pitch, off speed high, 1-0. Ottumwa's gotten a run back in the baseball diamond. They've cut the Valley lead to 8-3 in the top of the third over there. Here's the 1-0. Fly ball to center. Zinga on the run to right center makes a catch to retire the side. Valley gets 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 2 errors and nobody left. And we go to the 5th inning, all tied at 2, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You be scared at John, watch me lead though.
Top of the 5th inning, Bulldogs softball brought to you by Cole Palace Cafe and Books on West Main Street in Ottumwa, by the Train Depot, good quality gourmet food selections, and by Family First Chiropractic, where their goal is to get your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for life. Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street in Ottumwa. Ottumwa 2, Valley 2, going to the top of the 5th. Bulldogs 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. Valley 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. The 1 Valley error did not impact any Ottumwa runs, but the Ottumwa errors sure impacted the Valley runs. Delaney Stevens will lead it off in the top of the order. Casey Nickerson, Kaylee Bix. Stevens reached on an error her first time up. Trying to get a rally started, get Ottumwa back in front here in the 5th inning. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. Ottumwa hasn't had a hit since the Huizinga double, 3rd batter of the game. Haven't had a base runner since Jillian Heaton walked after that, except for Stevens reaching on the air. Haven't earned their way on base since then. Haley Etzel has retired 8 in a row. 1-0. Up and away, 2-0. Stevens does have a smaller strike zone, being a little shorter of stature. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The wind by Etzel, the pitch. Stevens hits it in the air, foul off to the right, out of play, 2-2. Two and 2 to Delaney Stevens. Right-handed batting, second baseman digs in. Etzel's next offering. Down and in, 3-2. And it's good to see Ottumwa taking some pitches here. Etzel only threw 6 pitches in the 4th inning, 10 pitches in the 3rd. Bulldogs maybe got a little anxious. Here's the 3-2. High chopper back to the circle. Etzel has it. Throw to first, 1 down. Top of the order for Nickerson, who's grounded to the circle and popped out to short, 0 for 2.
Brings to the plate the top of the order, right fielder number 4, Casey Nickerson.
Casey had base hits in each of her last 2 at-bats in Game 1. I'd like to start repeating that pattern here in the 5th inning of Game 2. Tied at 2. Top 5. The pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Third time through the order here. Let's see if Ottumwa can figure something out on Haley Etzel. One 1-0 to Nickerson. Next offering. High 2-0. Casey, open stance in that right-handed box. Here's the 2-0. Lined into center field, but it's right at Grau for out number 2. Ottumwa has hit a few balls on the nose in the last few innings, but they've gone right at Valley Fielders. 2 out, nobody on. Kaylee Bix singled and scored in the first inning, popped out in the second, 1 for 2. See if we can get a 2-out rally here. First pitch to Kaylee. Off speed for a strike, 0-1. It's one of those pitches where you wish you had been looking for it. 0-1 to Kaylee. The next offering. Fouled back and out of play, 0-2. Idly wondering if we could get a foul ball where we're sitting. It'd have to be popped up, kind of spinning back here, and we catch it softly. It wouldn't be hit hard. We could, it just hasn't happened. 0-2, the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bix digs back in, trying to get something going with 2 down here, top of the 5th, tied at 2. The pitch, downstairs, 2-2. Laid off an off-speed pitch there. Two and 2 to Kaylee Bix. Pitch on the way. Outside, 3-2. Hannah Hazinga on deck. Well, Bix thought it was ball 4 for a moment. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Pop foul, out of play, right side. Tied her up. Kaylee did a good job of fouling it off and staying alive. Still 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. 2-2 game, top 5. The pitch. High, ball 4. So a 2-out base runner. Second walk issued by Haley Etzel, and that breaks a string of 10 in a row retired. Here's Hannah Hazinga, doubled and scored in the first. Flew out to right, more like lined out to right in the third. See if she can hit a line drive that's in between fielders. First pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. You're wondering about Bix running. Last year, 9 of 11 in stolen bases. Not a bad risk here unless Newman's a good thrower, and I'm not sure. Pitch way outside, 1-1. The reason I say that is if Bix steals second, she's in scoring position, and a single could bring her home to give you the lead. If she gets thrown out, leading off with Hazinga in front of Jillian Heaton next inning, not the worst thing in the world. I don't know if Ottumwa will run, but the thought has probably at least gone through Mandy Moore's mind. Pitch, off speed downstairs, 2-1. Well, you can never really know what pitch a pitcher is going to throw, but boy, Bix had taken off on that one, off speed and in the dirt. I think she'd have had second easy. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hannah. Pitch on the way. Line into left field, but it is right at Walkie. Boy, every time Ottumwa hits the ball in the nose, it's right at somebody. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, tied at 2, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You are a player, cheerleader, or coach. Your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Ottumwa 2, West Des Moines Valley 2. Valley got 2 runs in the fourth inning on a clean hit, and then a couple of strange plays, a couple of errors, 3 sacrifices in a row. Bottom third of their order due up, Katie Newman, Jocelyn Tracy, Madison Miller. Newman popped out to first, her first time up. Newman, of course, hit the walk-off home run in Game 1 for Valley. Ashton Brown's given up 2 runs on 2 hits. No earned runs in 4 innings. 2 strikeouts, no walks. First pitch here. Line foul down the third baseline, 0-1. It's one of those that's kind of full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. It's hit hard, and you maybe worry for a moment, then you realize that Josie Lemons is standing right next to the line. If that's fair, she's got it. And if it's off to her right, it's foul. Now the 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Entire field is in shade now. The lights are starting to come on. The 1-1. On the inside corner, strike 2. Had Newman backing away again, but that pitch caught the corner. And the lights that are coming on, they have yet to take full effect. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Way outside, 2-2. Looks like they're in the bottom of the 4th inning of the baseball diamond. Ottumwa still trailing Valley 8-3. Softball tied at 2 here, bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch from Brown to Newman. Liner through the whole left side base hit. Leadoff single for Katie Newman. We should see a courtesy runner.
Newman singles into left field.
Maya Allen is the courtesy runner. So Allen at first with nobody out. And the batter is Jocelyn Tracy, the designated player.
Now hitting the designated player, number 16, Jocelyn Tracy.
So Tracy will stand in, and this might be a bunting situation. 8-hitter, tie game, bottom of the 5th, runner at first, nobody out. Infielders creeping in for Ottumwa. Bunt shown, pitch in the dirt. Runner's going to get to second on a wild pitch. Ball bounced up the third baseline, and Jones couldn't do anything with it. And again, Ottumwa, the kind of mistake that gives the other team a free base. Bulldogs have some mistakes to clean up after the opening day for sure. Bunt shown again, bunted out in front of the plate, picked up by Brown, throw to first in time. For out number 1, it's a sacrifice score, 1-4. Now the go-ahead run is at third with only 1 out. The batter, Madison Miller. Miller did strike out her first time up. And if you're Ottumwa here, you would love a strikeout, get to 2 outs, although whether you get a strikeout or any kind of out or not, you got to deal with Alex Honnold on deck. First pitch. On the inside corner, strike 1. You know, if you are Ashton Brown right now, you don't worry about who's on deck. You bear down, try to get Miller and keep that runner at third, and then you worry about Honnold when Honnold's in the box. Here's the 0-1. Pop foul backing out of play, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on third here in the bottom of the 5th inning in a 2-2 game. Brown looking for the put away here, the 0-2. On the inside corner, called strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Miller down on 3 pitches for a big second out. 3rd strikeout for Ashton Brown. And now here is Alex Honnold. Honnold is 0 for 2 with a fly ball to center and a pop out to the catcher. Brown has held her in check, but Honnold is one of the most dangerous hitters in the state. First pitch. Line to left field, and Guest will make the catch. Falling down, she hung on, and the inning is over. And Guest might have just robbed Honnold of extra bases, and Ottumwa turns away the Valley chance. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left at third. We go to the 6th inning, all tied at 2, back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Ottumwa 2, Valley 2, Game 2 of our season opening softball doubleheader on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at AttumwaRadio.com. Bulldog softball brought to you by Lisco, Southeast Iowa's leader in fiber optic telecommunications. Lisco of Fairfield. And by River Hills Community Health Center. They have locations in Ottumwa, Centerville, Oskaloosa, Richland, and Sigourney. They've been growing healthy communities for over 20 years. Visit riverhillshealth.org for updates and more information, or find them on Facebook. Jillian Heaton lines it foul past dancing Mandy Moore in the third base coaching box for strike 1. Heaton has walked and popped out. Jillian Heaton has a history of tie-breaking home runs in the 6th inning. 2 years ago, regional semifinal at Southeast Polk, scoreless game until she homered to give Ottumwa 1-0 lead, and they would win that game 1-0. Here's the 0-1, way outside 1-1. In the regional final at Indianola, she again hit a tie-breaking home run at the top of the 6th inning, give Ottumwa 1-0 lead. The Bulldogs would go back and forth with Indianola and lose that game, as Heaton takes a pitch outside 2-1. But Jillian Heaton has homered in situations very similar to this in games that had more importance. So she's not fazed by the moment. 2-1. Haley Etzel in the circle. The pitch. Off speed in there for strike 2. Josie Lemons and Zoe Jones to follow. Wind still blowing towards that right field corner. The 2-2. Fouled straight back. Heaton had the timing. Still 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Etzel will toe the rubber in the circle. The 2-2 pitch. Lifted to shallow right center. That's down for a base hit. So Heaton fights off a tough pitch and gets a leadoff single, and Ottumwa still has the option to pinch run for her and not lose her in the game. And just the question is, who will we see come out of the dugout?
In the pinch run, number 7, Madeline Houck.
Madeline Houck will be the pinch runner.
Stepping to the plate, third baseman number 5, Josie Lemons.
So you have the potential go-ahead run at first with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Josie Lemons has driven in a run with a fielder's choice grounder, and is flied out to center. Will she be bunting here? Valley thinks she might. Pitch. Pitch way high at the pitch out, throw back to first. Oh, and Houck fell off the bag. They got her in a pickle. Throw down to second. She's tagged out. They pitched out. They threw to first. Madeline got back to the bag, but I think maybe she thought the throw had gotten away, took a step off of first and was dead meat. She tried to run to second. Got tagged out, so that will go 2 to 3 to 6 for a very unfortunate out, number one. And now it's 1-0 on Lemons. Way outside, 2-0. Valley pitched out, and that's not, I don't think that's what they thought they would get out of it, because if Houck got back to the bag ahead of the throw down to first. But then for some reason, I don't know if she lost her balance or thought maybe the ball was getting away, because from my eye, it looked like the ball might go awry. But she stepped off first and then had no way back. Now a conference on the mound as Valley head coach Tom Bakey out to talk to his pitcher and his catcher. Can't blame Houck for trying to go to second, because when she stumbled, she wasn't just like an inch off the bag. She was a full step away, and the first baseman, Roush, saw it. Houck didn't have an avenue back to first. Here's a 2-0. Down and in, 3-0. Well, if Lemons can get on, Zoe Jones is up. Well, Jones will be up whether or not Lemons gets on, but might see a pinch runner if Josie can get on base. The pitch in there for a strike, 3-1. Gone to the top of the fifth at baseball. Ottumwa trying to cut into their 8-3 deficit over there. We're tied at 2 here in softball in the sixth. 3-1, swing and a foul back, 3-2. That hit for Heaton was Ottumwa's first hit since the first inning. But nobody on now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for out number 2. It was 3-0, and Etzel came all the way back to get her. Zoe Jones, a sac fly and an RBI, and a ground ball to short, 0 for 1. First pitch lined into center field. That is down for a base hit. 2-out single for Jones, and Ann Guest will bat. Ottumwa's got 2 base runners this inning. Bulldogs had only had 2 base runners between the second and fifth inning combined. Jones with decent speed over there. 12 steals and 13 tries a year ago. First pitch, chopper to second. Easy hop for Lara. Throw to first, inning over. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning, still tied at 2. Bulldogs and Tigers back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Ottumwa 2, Valley 2 in game 2 of our softball doubleheader. Bulldogs 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 costly errors. Valley 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Ottumwa's left 5 on base, Valley's left 2. Ottumwa's had some hidden mistakes in this game as well. But it's still tied. Ashton Brown's got to go through the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Bailey Walkie, Haley Etzel, Gianna Lara. Walkie is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. And the wind really kind of picks up here right behind home plate, although ironically the flag beyond the center field fence is moving less than I've seen it move all night. But here behind home plate, the wind just picked up.
head to the bottom of the sixth. Leading things off for the Tigers.
The Ottumwa infield breaks their conference around the circle, and Ashton Brown will go to work on Bailey Walkie. Right-hander to right-hander. Time called at the plate. Walkie deciding to call time. Ashton into the wind and the pitch. Fouled off weakly to the right off the screen, 0-1. Ottumwa baseball and softball comes home for their home openers on Wednesday. Hosting Ankeny. We will broadcast baseball on KBIZ and on our live video stream at ottumwaradio.com. Oh and 1 the count to Walkie. The pitch. Way high all the way to the backstop. 1-1. Next week, baseball and softball are home to Fort Dodge on Monday, at Ames Wednesday, at Marshalltown Friday. We'll broadcast softball on Monday, Fort Dodge #1 in softball. Then baseball Wednesday and Friday. The pitch. Shallow pop left side, racing over behind third base to make the catch is Kaylee Bix for out #1.
Walkie lines out the Bix at shortstop, 1 away.
That's a big first out. Valley always seems to have something up their sleeve if they can get their leadoff hitter on. Here's Haley Etzel. She singled in the first, laid down a sacrifice bunt, reached on an error, and scored a run in the fourth. Officially 1-for-1. And a pop foul to the right out of play, no balls and a strike. Neither of these teams has had more than a 2-run lead in either game. And we're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 6th, the 0-1. Down in. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 1 to Haley Etzel. Pitch on the way, downstairs, in the dirt, 2-1. Etzel digs back in. Lanky right-handed batter. The 2-1. Lined up the middle base hit. Just over the glove of Brown. And Etzel's 2 for 2. Valley has a 1-out base runner in a tie game. Gianna Lara, the batter, 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. That sac fly was a foul out to first, but over by the dugout. Heaton got tangled up in the dugout. The catcher, Jones, had come away from the plate thinking she might be able to reach the pop foul. Nobody covered the plate for a moment. That was all Valley needed. Runner goes, pitch in the dirt. Down to second safely as Etzel. It's a stolen base. Pitch was in the dirt. No chance for Zoe Jones to make the throw. Count 1-0, and now the go-ahead run in scoring position with only 1 out. Well, Brown pitched out of a runner at third, 1-out jam in the 5th inning. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Let's see if Brown can get out of a runner at second, 1-out jam here in the 6th. One ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Outside, 2-1. Brown will toe the rubber again. 2-1 to Gianna Lara. The pitch. High fly ball to left. Underneath it is Guest, makes the catch, 2 down. Big second out there, keeping the runner at second for Brown. And now here's Greta Dolan, who was popped out to short and hit a sacrifice fly to center for an RBI. Officially 0 for 1. 2-out runner at second. The pitch. Fly ball left center. That's in the gap. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the fence. Scoring is Etzel. On her way to second with an RBI double is Dahlin, and Valley leads it 3-2.
Dahlin with the RBI double into left center. Brings to the plate the first baseman, number 11, Olivia Roush.
And right now, Ottumwa looking at a Monday evening where if they don't rally in the seventh inning, they'll go home with 2 losses in a game where you're in a night where they easily could have had 2 wins. This game's not over yet, though. Valley wants a pinch runner here for Dahlin. Maya Allen will head to second base in Dahlin's place. I'm sure Dahlin will be back in right field in the top of the 7th. Olivia Roush, the batter, fly out to left, fly out to center, 0 for 2. Meanwhile, the Ottumwa baseball team's gotten back into it. They're still batting in the top of the 5th inning, and they've scored 3 runs. They've cut the Valley lead 8-6 over baseball. Liner into center, that's down for a base hit. Around third is Allen on her way home. Throw to the plate, not in time. Runner headed down to second, throw back to second offline. Bazinga shouldn't have thrown that, they had no chance. And it is 4-2, and Valley once again has used the 6th inning to open up a 2-run lead, as they did in game 1. Roush went to second on the throw, as we said, and we're going to get a runner for Roush here.
In for run number 12, Ellen Mitchell.
This pinch runner is Ellen Mitchell.
Number 27, Katie Newman.
And the batter, Katie Newman. Newman is 1 for 2 with the single. First pitch. High fly, deep but well fouled left and out of play. That might have hit a light pole. And the count 0-1. I don't suppose you have to sanitize the softball after it hits 40 feet up the light pole. Probably not. 0-1 the count to Newman. Next offering up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Brown had a chance to get out of this inning. 2 out and a runner on second, and then gave up the double to Dahlin and then the single to Roush. 2 runs have come home. Runner at second, 2 down, and the 1-1 to Newman. Downstairs, 2-1. Looking ahead to the top of the 7th, Amber Schatz, Delaney Stevens, Casey Nickerson. Well, if you can get anybody on and get both Nickerson and Bix at bat in the inning, you've got a chance. But you really can't afford to fall any further behind. Here's the 2-1. Inside, 3-1. First base open. I don't know if walking Newman is the worst thing in the world. And Mandy Moore agrees with me and says we don't need to throw ball forward to send her down to first. So here's Jocelyn Tracy, who's flied to left and laid down a sack bunt.
Number 16, Jocelyn Tracy.
We get a courtesy runner here for Newman. It's different than the one before. Allie McDonald will be the Valley courtesy runner.
And the run number 21, Allie McDonald.
So McDonald the runner at first, Mitchell the runner at second, Tracy the batter for Valley, and Ashton Brown will go to work and try to get out of this 6th inning. 2 out, 2 runs home for Valley. They lead 4-2. Off speed up and away, ball 1. The lights now have taken much more effect here at Valley Softball Diamond. As the 1-0 pitch, inside 2-0. You didn't mind walking Newman with her power, but now you're behind Tracy. Just got to get one more out to get out of this, but you're a batter or two away from this getting ugly. The 2-0. Over below 3-0. The number 9 hitter, Madison Miller, on deck. Three balls, no strikes. Brown rocks and fires. On the inside corner, strike one. She'll try to battle all the way back. Three and one to Tracy. Brown's pitch. Downstairs, ball four. The unintentional walk following the intentional one, and they're loaded for Miller, who was struck out twice.
Brings to the plate, third baseman number 3, Madison Miller.
You know, this is where you're right on the edge here, because if you don't get Miller, you give up at least one more run, and Honnold, their best hitter, on deck. First pitch to Miller. High, goes all the way to the backstop. Runner coming home. Throw to the plate. Tag, not in time. Wild pitch, and it is 5-2. And the runner who came home there, Mitchell, came up a little gimpy as she walks back to the dugout. And now, even though we got a 5-2 lead, Tom Baking wants another pinch runner out there. He's wearing out my scorecard. And so that is Lauren Graff, the flex player, and center fielder, who is now running at second. 1-0 to Madison Miller. Second and third, two down, and that pitch inside 2-0. Four straight hitters have reached after there were two out in the inning. 3 runs have scored. Valley has taken a 3-run lead, and they could really break it wide open now. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Two balls, one strike to the number 9 hitter in the Valley order. Next pitch lifted in the air, foul off to the left over the Ottumwa dugout, out of play, 2-2. It's still Ottumwa trailing Valley 8-6 at baseball. They've gone to the bottom of the 5th inning, I believe. 2-2 here in the 6th. Brown's pitch. Ground ball sharply to short. Bix has it. Long throw to first in time, and the inning finally comes to an end with the damage done. Valley gets 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 left on base. We go to the 7. Dogs need 3 to tie 4 to take the lead, trailing 5-2. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
We go to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for Ottumwa to avoid a sweep. They had the lead in both Game 1 and Game 2. They lost Game 1 7-5. They trail Game 2 5-2. Now in Game 1, Ottumwa was down 5-3 going to the top of the 7th, and they scored 2 runs to tie it, only to give up a walk-off homer in the bottom half. Let's see if Ottumwa can find 3 runs here. Amber Schatz lead it off. She struck out and lined out to short, 0 for 2. Ottumwa got 2 runs early off Haley Etzel, and they've had almost nothing since. First pitch outside, ball 1. You want to see patience here. You need base runners. Ottumwa 2 runs on 4 hits. They had 2 hits in the first inning, didn't get another hit until they had 2 in the 6th. Valley has 5 runs on 6 hits. 1-0. Liner into left field, base hit. There's a start. Amber Schatz loops one just out of the reach of the third baseman Miller. We will get a courtesy runner here for her. Trying to see who that is. I think it is Carly Wynn. So we have Carly Wynn as a courtesy runner at first. And then we have a pinch hitter for Delaney Stevens at the plate. And I don't have a Ottumwa 21 on my roster. And a line drive into center field, but it's right at Lauren Graff, rod number 1. Another hard hit ball. That's about 4 of those this game for Ottumwa. 3 in the outfield, 1 at the shortstop. They've just tattooed it and went right at somebody. So 1 on, 1 out for Casey Nickerson, who was 0 for 3. It's grounded out, popped out, and lined out. Pitch up high, ball 1. If you get Casey on base, Kaylee Bix would bat. Bix tied Morgan Griner for the team lead with 9 home runs last year. Here's the 1-0 to Nickerson. Fly ball to left, shallow. Out is Honnold. The shortstop makes the catch, 2 down. Well, now Bix cannot be the tying run. If Bix gets on, Hannah Huizinga would represent the tying run. You could get Bix and Huizinga on. You'd get Heaton one more chance, and at this point, Heaton would be batting as the go-ahead run if she makes it to the plate. Runner at first, 2 down. The pitch. Popped up right side. The second baseman, Laura, makes the catch. And game 2 is in the books. Ottumwa falls to Valley. They are swept in the doubleheader. The final score, Valley 5 and Ottumwa 2. We will take 3 minutes, come back and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
You are a player, cheerleader, or coach. Your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa School. Building relationships and foundations for success. Helping every student to achieve their best. Engage, educate, and empower every student every day. Ottumwa Schools.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Softball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, and the live video stream on ottumwaradio.com. Your Ottumwa Bulldogs had chances to win both games of the doubleheader against Valley, but they lose both of them. They dropped game 2 5-2. It's tied at 2 until Valley scored 3 in the bottom of the 6th, and Ottumwa could not recover. The totals for Valley: 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base. The winning pitcher, Haley Etzel, 1-0. For Ottumwa, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 6 left on base. Ashton Brown, the loss, 0-1. Ottumwa drops to 0-2 on the season. Valley starts out their season 2-0. The ball game took 1 hour and 47 minutes to complete. What we're going to do right now is take a 4-minute timeout, let you hear from some of the great sponsors that have generously agreed to help us bring you Ottumwa High softball and baseball this year. Then we'll come back and wrap up the opening night of the 2020 season. Keep it tuned here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You are a player, cheerleader, or coach. Your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is how we Sonic.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
At Community First Credit Union, there's a lot to see. We build customized financial solutions so you can enjoy the life you want. We make it comfortable to have a conversation about what's important to you, like helping you stay on course to reach your savings goal. And what's important to us all, like helping to support causes that count. See for yourself what See First can do for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Freimweyer, new owner of Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, Iowa. Call us at Champion Bowl to join the fun. We have new hours to better serve you. We are open Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to midnight, and noon to 10 every Sunday. If you just want to hang out in the lounge, we have a full bar and a great menu. Make sure and like us on Facebook for weekly fun and special at Champion Bowl in Ottumwa, where bowling is fun.
Palace Cafe and Books invites you to stop in and try their real, not fast, fresh, never frozen, made-in-house menu, which is sure to satisfy. Start your day with their fresh brewed coffee or one of their specialty drinks and a delicious breakfast. Stop in for a cup of one of their homemade soups, a sandwich, or salad for lunch. Don't forget dessert. At Cole Palace Cafe and Books, your purchases help our neighbors with disabilities learn valuable job skills. Check out their gently used books while you wait. That's Cole Palace Cafe and Books at 226 West Main Street, Ottumwa.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time to West Des Moines, where your Ottumwa softball team drops two tough games in a doubleheader at West Des Moines Valley. Game one, 7-5. Ottumwa tied it in the top of the seventh, but gave up a walk-off homer in the bottom half. And then game two, 5-2. The Bulldogs and Tigers were tied at 2 going to the bottom of the sixth. Valley scored 3 runs with 2 outs to secure the 5-2 victory. Also want to let you know that they're not done over at baseball yet, but Ottumwa had cut what had been an 8-2 deficit down to 8-6 against Valley in game 2 of the baseball doubleheader, but Valley has since added 3 runs. They lead 11-6. I think it's in the top of the 6th inning. Hard to see the scoreboard from over here. Ottumwa trailing, and they're in danger of falling to 0-2 as well. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics will be the Bulldog baseball team at home Wednesday against number 2 Ankeny. First pitch is scheduled for 5 o'clock for that doubleheader. We'll have all the action of the Bulldog baseball home opener right here on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and the live video stream on AttumwaRadio.com. I want to thank all of our sponsors one more time: Meridian Credit Union, Petrita Orthodontics, Champion Bowl, Community First Credit Union, Slayton Polaris, Sonic Drive-In, Dixon's Floors and More, Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse, the Ottumwa Community School District, Cole Palace Cafe and Books, Family First Chiropractic, Lisco, and River Hills Community Health Center. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach Mandy Moore for helping us prepare for our broadcast tonight. And a big thank you to our producers tonight, Annie Argo, our on-site video producer, and Kyle Smith, our producer back at the studios of KBIZ. Finally, I'd like to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Softball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream at AttumwaRadio.com. Again, our next broadcast Wednesday night, Ottumwa Baseball hosting Ankeny in a doubleheader, first pitch at 5 o'clock. For all of us at the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network, my name is Jason Van Arkel.